untidy towns. So that's the people taking it into their hands and tidying their towns. Let's see what government is doing, because today is the launch of the ambitious national project to repair all potholes. So it's happening in Vereeniging at the moment, and it's called Operation Vala Zonke. It's a 16-month campaign focusing on provincial and municipal roads. It'll be spearheaded by SANRAL, which will work with provincial and municipal officials. So the Minister of Transport, Fikile, Mbalula, is there, and so is Sakina. She's going to be chatting to a host of guests. Let's find out who she's going to be talking to next. So let me hand it back to her. Sakina, good morning. Lots of hard work happening out there. I hope that we see this happening every day on all the roads and not just on launch day.
Well, Leanne, apologies if I'm not answering the question that you may have posed. I suspect you may have, but as you can gauge behind me, there's quite a bit of noise. And this is, of course, from the work that is being done here on the R57. But of course, just continuing to focus on Operation Vala Zonke, which is about eradicating potholes in the country. You heard from the minister earlier, and he spoke about SANRAL and SANRAL's involvement in all of this. And this is, of course, as the minister tacitly admitted, that at local and at district level, perhaps there has been failures in addressing the issue of roads, infrastructure, as well as potholes. But of course, SANRAL, because of the pristine nature of our national roads, has been roped in to come and oversee. Lekgonolo Memeza is, of course, the acting CEO of SANRAL, and she joins me now. Thanks so much for speaking to us. It's a massive operation, but just let's start by speaking about the scope of Operation Vala Zonke.
The scope, this operation will cover the 9 provinces. So it will include all the 9 provinces, including local municipalities as well. So it will be nationwide.
So exactly what will SANRAL be doing? Because as I spoke to the minister earlier, we spoke about the fact that the local roads are municipal competence. You'd have the regional roads as well that the province will have to deal with. But of course, it hasn't happened. Things have deteriorated, and now SANRAL has to step in. So where's the budget going to come from, and exactly how will this work be rolled out?
Okay, in terms of the role that SANRAL will be playing, so SANRAL has been appointed as an implementing agent. So we will be working with other spheres of government, which is the province, the municipalities, all spheres of government. So SANRAL will be working with them and taking the lead. And providing, as you said, if you look at our national roads, they are in better conditions compared to the provinces and the local municipalities. So bringing the expertise that we have, the technology that we have, that we can be able to share with the provinces and the local municipality. In terms of the budget, so the focus is that the PRMG, which is the provincial road allocation grant, that will be used. We'll tap into that for the provinces to be able to get access to it. And when it comes to local municipality, there are engagements that are going on to be able to understand how we can be able to tap into the grant, or the grant needs to be increased, because right now we know with the local municipalities that there are competing needs in the local municipality regarding the grant that they get. And then the roads tends to go on the bottom of the list, because you have your health, you've got your education that is competing with that grant that the municipalities are getting.
So looking at where we are this morning on the R57, the roads around this Mfuleni municipality are absolutely atrocious, but it's something that's not peculiar to Mfuleni. So just in terms of the rollout, can you tell us a little bit more about how and where the priorities will be in terms of where the operation will move to next?
So every province, they've identified priority roads. So this is one of the priority roads within Mfuleni that the province have identified. Hence, we are here today and starting with this road. As you indicated, that the condition is very bad. So it's one of the priority roads. So every province have identified what their priority roads are, and those will be focused on at least in the first 6 months. So the rollout will go on for the next 6 months, and after 6 months we do the evaluation to see the progress that we've made. So Mfuleni, as the province has chosen, or is one of those that they've selected as the priority.
So just in terms of, again, the role that the local and district municipalities will play in all of this, because you're saying you coming to lend your expertise to this particular project. So what role will they still continue to play?
If you can see now, the team that's working here is the in-house maintenance team for the province. So they've been deployed. So we will tap into resources that are already available in different provinces, in different local municipalities, to be able to make sure that we allocate them to the right places. So later on, the app will be rolled out, the app that's going to be used to be able to report, track, and even monitor the fixing of pothole in terms of the quality of it, and to be able to close the job that's been raised. So once the job is identified, the in-house maintenance team or whoever service provider is appointed by that local municipality or the province will be deployed to their specific place to do the fixing. SANRAL will only come in, or the procurement part from SANRAL's end, when there are no arrangements for the provinces. So we'll use whatever that's available until we get to a point that maybe there are no in-house arrangements that are made with the provinces or the local municipality.
So obviously this is going to be, again, an issue of quality, because the reason why we are here is because of, as you can see around us, very low quality, shoddy workmanship that has happened previously. There's all sorts of patches all around us. So again, just in terms of that, will there be any sort of guarantee, warranty that's issued based on the work that is being done now?
As I said at the beginning, that SANRAL is going to provide its own expertise. So you will see with the demonstration of the app that it's got the capability of when they start taking out the top layer and fixing the pothole, every step they take pictures to be able to see if they are fixing it properly. So that's what we're providing. So until every step is being done or ticked off, that job cannot be closed. So that's how we'll be able to ensure that quality work is provided to the road users.
So the president, in one of his SONA speeches, spoke about the importance of good quality roads, linkages on these roads to actually assist the economy. Just how massive an impact has the poor quality of our roads had on economic improvement and growth in this country?
I think it's very significant, Sakina. If you're looking for figures, I cannot give it to you like right now, but it's very significant, the impact of it. You can imagine trucks not being able to go across different provinces, across different nodes. People cannot be able to get to work. Kids cannot go to school. So the impact is significant. If you want to quantify it, you have to look at different sectors.
And speaking of trucks, because part of the complaints that one would hear at local government level is precisely in an area like this that has quite a bit of industrial activity, that they complain about the loads, the heavy loads that the trucks actually put onto these road surfaces and the subsequent damage. But how does one go about dealing with that?
I think it needs collaboration, Sakina. I think the collaboration between us and the Metro Police, and to be able to monitor those. I mean, just yesterday I was driving on the road, and just inside the residential area I see this massive truck, and that road is not built to carry that kind of load, and that's why we end up with potholes like this. So it's collaboration between different spheres of government that we work together. Metro Police work with us, and they stop these trucks on the road, and law enforcement kicks in.
And what about the cost? Again, because, this is a huge bugbear for South Africans. I was reading some really eye-watering figures in terms of what it costs to tar just about a kilometer of road. And then we're talking basically new road infrastructure. But what about maintenance like this, or where the road is being resurfaced? For a kilometer stretch of this road, how much would it cost, more or less?
I think our engineering department engineering executive can be able to come with exact figures, but it's quite a lot, but it's not the same as you constructing the new road. So you want to avoid potholes. You want to avoid having potholes. If you maintain your roads properly, if you do routine road maintenance, if you do special maintenance at the right time, you won't be able to spend money on fixing potholes, because potholes is a failure, as you said in the beginning. I agree with you. It shouldn't be happening. So when we did, based on the information that we've received, because we're getting data from different municipalities and different provinces, with the 28% of data collected, and it's not all roads, the estimated value of fixing those potholes is about 70 million across the province. So it's only 28% based on the 28% of data that we've received. So you can imagine it's quite a lot of money.
Well, it is. But thanks so much for speaking to us this morning. And Letlokhonolo Memeza is, of course, the acting CEO of SANRAL. As you can see, the yellow equipment here moving up and down. But of course, we hope to see by later today whether this piece here behind us, what the progress is going to be, since they've been busy on that for quite a while now. But for now, let's take you back to the studio to an ad break.